Kathleen Halloran, welcome back to Australian Musician.
Ah, great to be back. Thanks for having me.
We're talking to you today about your debut single, Free With Me, and the launch gigs that are happening Thursday, 5th of December at the Trocadero in Sydney and Wednesday, 11th at the Gasometer in Collingwood. Let's talk about the song though. Lyrically, what was the inspiration for this song?
Lyrically, I guess it definitely comes out as a sort of a love breakup song. But to me it's just all about just coming into yourself in a time where there's so much about you're this, you're that, you're too much of this, too little of that. It's just about the power within just being yourself, because ultimately that's what's going to come easiest to you, and that's where you're going to shine the most and have the most power. And this is my anthem for that, for myself, coming out of just sort of being comfortable with just being me. And yeah, that's sort of, it's as simple as that, really.
Yeah. Is Free With Me indicative of the spirit of the other songs on the album?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's definitely all got that tinge to it, that self-empowerment. um Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And how did you go with recording your vocals? Did you do many takes or did you nail it early?
I wish I could say I nailed it early, but I'm definitely a new singer to the game. And um, I had a few goes at it for the vocal. It didn't come as easy as the music side of it, but I wanted to make sure as well that I was putting out something that I would be happy to hear over again, and in some, in the future, come back to it and be okay with it being out there on the internet. So I definitely put a bit of time into it.
Yeah. The first single launch is in Sydney, Thursday, December the 5th. Do you get to Sydney much?
I do with other artists, and I had my first gig under my own name there a couple of months ago. I shared a bill with Dustin from Adelaide, which was amazing. And I'm there all the time touring with as a session player, which is sort of where I've come from. So yeah, I'm there quite a bit, but this is different, and this is obviously new because it's my headline show. This is my first headline Sydney show. So yeah, I feel like I'm going somewhere that I'm familiar with, but at the same time, it's sort of yeah, it's a first.
Yeah. So how much new material will you be playing? Will you be playing other tracks that will be appearing on the album later on?
Yep. Yeah, it's majority original stuff, which is obviously all brand new. I have been gigging around and doing some of this material this year, but yeah, it'll be about, oh yeah, 85% original, and then some covers that of tip of the hat to some of my heroes as well in there.
Yeah. What stage rig have you settled on for these shows?
My usual, which is a Vox AC30. Very simple setup, but that's where I feel comfortable and at home. So I'm not going to change a thing there.
How much of the album is actually in the bag and what still needs to be done before release?
I'm still recording it. I'm about halfway there, really. As in the bag. I've got it all sort of down, but in terms of a finished product, I'm about halfway through the recording process.
Have you set yourself a deadline?
I'd like to have an album out by mid next year. Yeah.
You were our musician of the month last November in 2023. You told us then of your 2024 plans. How do you look back at this year and what were some of the highlights?
This year has been absolutely incredible. Um, it's it's been such a fulfilling year, and I say when I do my shows, I say on stage that I'm the luckiest girl in the world, because every single day, pretty much this year and previous years, has just been filled from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep with music and dreams, and sort of chasing playing those games and chasing the dreams of, and working with some of the most inspiring artists as well around, and having those friends and colleagues that just fill my days and just push me, challenge me, and take me to new places. And this year's all been about that. I've been involved in some incredible national tours that have expanded me as a musician and as a human, and only enhanced what I have to say as an original artist. And then to be able to finish the year like this and put something of my own out is, yeah, I couldn't ask for anything more from 2024. And yeah, I'm really, really, really happy.
2025, you've already announced that you'll be appearing at the Raw Festival, an all-female music festival in March. How are you feeling about playing that?
Oh, I can't wait. And I'm also live in Elwood. So it's the local, you know, and I love St. George Lane. I did an amazing gig there this year with Triple Fret, another completely expansive experience. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward, and to be in a lineup with those incredible women, again, who are really good friends, is really special.
Anything else in 2025 you're able to tell us about?
Um, it's yes, there's lots of exciting things in the works, but nothing I can share just yet.
Yeah. Well, what are you most proud of so far in your career?
What am I most proud of? That's a really hard question. Um, well, it's just obviously this new single. That's a different kind of proud that I have for that, because there's so many obstacles and challenges to doing something like that, especially when you're so comfortable and known to do something, and that one thing is so consuming and so amazing, that really is enough. It could be enough. And so I'm really, really proud just that I've been able to push through and get something of my own out. And yeah, this week I'm feeling quite proud, and to have my own band and to be able to put on some shows like this and sort of push through all the challenges around it at the moment is I feel particularly proud at the moment of that.
Yeah. And who is in your band for these gigs?
I have my core trio is Jonathan Zion on bass and Darren Fruger on drums, who I've played with for a few years. In Sydney, we're going to be joined by Clayton Doley, which is really exciting. He's such a phenomenal musician, and especially when you've got tunes that are all new, it's sort of, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens when he joins the group and how the songs take shape in that form. And in Melbourne, we've got Ross Irwin joining us, who produced the track, who's just such a brilliant, incredible musical mind. So he's going to be joining us on second keys and BBs and other bits and pieces. And Tiaran, who's an amazing keys player, is going to join us as well and sing it, and BBs and keys. And yeah, so it's I can't wait.
Yeah. So Free With Me, the
Amazing.
single is out now. The gigs are Thursday the 5th at the Trocadero in Sydney, Wednesday the 11th at the Gasso in Collingwood, and it's very great to catch up again.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for all the amazing support that Australian musicians have given me over the last few years.